Welcome back. We have Patrick Davey joining us on the show from WorkSafeBC, fresh on the return of a long motorcycle trip.
Yahoo! And you know, the sunshine held out for me, and we put on about 3,000 K.
That's a lot. Where'd you go?
We went Radium, Nelson, down into the States, then back up through Squamish.
And how long were you on the road?
That was about 5 days.
That's awesome. That's good. Not motorcycling, but we are talking about driving safety on the show today. This is something that people who are driving on the job need to be careful. You have to be careful driving on the job.
You know, when we're talking about distracted driving right now, and it's important for workers to know that motor vehicle incidents are the leading cause of worker fatalities in BC today. And in fact, all workers, whether they're driving a company car, truck, or they're driving their own vehicle in the course of their work, need to understand that they're at risk and that they have to eliminate distractions as much as possible and focus on the road. Yeah.
It's easy in your mind to justify somehow that it's okay to have your phone close to you when you're on the job because you're working. Oh, I need my phone close to me. In our world of being in the news, you might pass by a crash scene and think, I need to get a shot of this.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that.
No, don't do it while you're driving.
Not even, I'm not saying with your like the camera over your shoulder, but like taking a snap. Can't do that.
No.
You get in trouble for that.
And when we look at it too, it's like you guys were talking about the news, but we tend to think it's the commercial truck drivers, the taxi drivers, the couriers, but it's anybody in the course of their job that they need to drive. They're at risk, and they need to look at what they can do. And it's a combined effort with the workers and the employers. It's to reducing the distractions.
We have a video. Let's take a look at this video.
We all know it's dangerous to text or talk while driving. Right? And if you run a business, you're responsible for the safety of your employees. That includes when they're driving on the job. It doesn't matter if it's a company car, truck, or even their own vehicle. So what does this all mean? It means it's your responsibility to prevent the use of smartphones and other electronic devices while your employees are driving on the job.
This brings up an interesting point, Patrick. At the end of the day, you are responsible because it's your life behind the wheel, but how far does the employer have to take this level of responsibility?
Well, the employer is responsible for the health and safety of workers, but just a quick statistics, when we look at on average every year in BC, there are 23 workers killed in motor vehicle related accidents. And we look at that when we talk about motor vehicle accidents in general, not just the workers, everybody. Over a quarter of them every year are directly connected right back to distracted driving. So the risk of injury and damage to your vehicle and property increases by 4 if you're using a cell phone or texting while driving.
What responsibility do employers have to take?
You know, they need to understand, first of all, that there's a risk. They need to reduce and take measures to eliminate and control those distractions. So first of all, they should have a policy and safe work procedures that clearly define where you can and where you can't.
Right.
They need to educate workers. They need to enforce that with the workers. Need to support those workers when they feel like they're being pushed into it. And they need to set a good example.
And I suppose employees need to speak up as well if they're feeling uncomfortable, under the gun, pressured to get somewhere faster. You got to stand up for yourself.
You know, when workers, when they're going on a trip, that's it. They need to speak up for themselves. But every time you're going out on a trip as a worker, on a work-related trip, make every trip a planned trip. That means before you're going, set your GPS, use your cell phone, check your cell phone one last time, text, that kind of stuff. Check for hazards, road conditions, Drive BC. And if you feel tempted, mute your phone. Put it in a place where you can't get a hold of it.
Like the trunk.
Like the trunk.
I've done it. I have done it in my lifetime. Put the car in you put it in the trunk and you can't even think about it.
Just once?
Yeah, because really I don't have that problem anymore.
Okay.
At all, truly. Yeah, it's just too dangerous. The fines are too much. And you've got to be careful on the, you know, when you're behind the wheel.
And the fines have gone up significantly.
Hugely, yeah.
So one of the reasons why employers do this also is to protect worker safety, look at damage to their vehicles, be in compliance with the Motor Vehicle Act, but also, I guess, secure their company's reputation. What I mean by that is you see a truck go by with a company logo on it, somebody's on the phone, what do you think about that company?
100%.
Yeah.
We're at a time already.
All right.
I know, it goes by fast, 5 minutes. Patrick Davey, thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having me.
Very welcome. If you have questions about this topic, WorkSafeBC.com is online and very accessible. We're back in 2 minutes.
We're here.